everyone, welcome to Bad Yogi Q&A Wednesday with me, Erin Motz, where I answer the questions that you sent me via email and social media too. Today's question is all about overeating around the holidays, and she wanted to remain anonymous, but the question was, every time I sit down for a holiday dinner, I find myself completely overeating. I eat well beyond the point where I feel satisfied, and I end up eating to where I feel completely stuffed. I'm uncomfortable, I feel disgusting, and I don't want to keep doing this, so I'm wondering if you could share some of your best practices to stop doing this. Thank you so much. This is a great topic, and definitely one that I would venture to bet most of us struggle with. The first thing I want to remind you to do is please do not deprive yourself. This entire holiday season is wonderfully packed with amazing food, time spent with family and friends, trips, vacations, days off, cozy weather. It's all there and it is made to be enjoyed. What? So please don't interpret anything I'm about to say to mean that you should deprive yourself in any way, to mean that you should sit out on the delicious meals that are placed in front of you, because you should never do that. So, especially around the holidays when we're at other people's houses, we see these ginormous dinner plates that are bigger than our heads. So instead of taking one of those and filling it up, I want you to take a plate that's a little bit smaller. And the good thing about this is that you can take a smaller plate, fill it up once, even twice, and the psychology behind that is super interesting, because besides it just being maybe something that we would see as kind of gimmicky or like, yeah, but I'll still want more than that, it's not actually true. When your eye sees something that full, it does actually trick you into believing that you've fed your body more than you actually did. So that's one way to avoid that feeling of stuffing yourself silly. The second thing I do is savor my food. So tell me, do you ever get into the habit of filling up on something really indulgent because you know you like it, but because you're eating so much of it, you're not even really present while you're eating it? So for example, there's this meme that I saw around Thanksgiving where it's a slice of pumpkin pie, and the pumpkin pie is just, you can't even see it anymore because it's just covered in whipped cream. And this is a great example because whipped cream is delicious, especially on pie. And a lot of us really want to go crazy on these kinds of things, but when you add something like that in such quantity to your plate, you're eating it almost out of habit, but are you really savoring what you're eating? Are you really enjoying every single bite like, this is amazing? If you paid attention, you'll notice you're probably not. It's just too much for our bodies to process at one time. We're much better off with a couple dollops of whipped cream on that pumpkin pie because we see that it's in a smaller quantity and we're enjoying and savoring every bite that we get to have because it's limited. It is so much more enjoyable when we treat these meals as events to be savored, not competitions that we need to rush through. The last tip I have is to eat everything in reasonable portions. You'll have to tell me if you've experienced something similar, but there's this weird thing that goes off in my head around holiday dinner tables where it's such a feast, there's so much food, all of which I love, and I almost get this greedy, desperate sensation that I need to stuff myself all at once, all in that moment, because I'm so overwhelmed with like the deliciousness that's before me. So what I've been doing is before I just pounce, I take a step back and I just let myself have a second to sit with what's there and kind of survey where I want to start. So this way, I still give myself total freedom to eat everything there. So, just because the mashed potatoes are full of butter and cream, I'm still gonna eat them, but I'm not gonna fill up half my plate with that kind of thing. It sounds corny, but if you give yourself time to just kind of take a mental break, step back for a second, collect yourself emotionally, you're able to make decisions about your food and about your meals that make you feel good and totally guilt-free after you're done eating. I don't think we should ever feel guilty for what we eat, but sometimes when we eat mindlessly and we end up eating way more than we wanted to, we feel bad. And I would love to see us all just kind of avoid those bad feelings around the dinner table this holiday season because there's no reason for them. It's all easily avoidable if you just approach this in a lighter way and in a way that All I'm trying to say is that you and your body are on the same team. Food is not a reward. Food is not a punishment. Food is one of the things in life that is, in my opinion, the most enjoyable. There's so much variety, so much flavor, so many things to experience. So you should not feel guilty around eating this time of year. Eat everything, but eat in moderation. Treat your body as the temple, as the trophy that it is, and you will have the best holiday season yet. Alrighty, there you have it, Q&A Wednesday. I really hope that you enjoyed this one. As usual, I would love to hear from you. How do you kind of navigate the holiday feast at the dinner table, and what are your best practices? Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you right back here next week. By the way, before I forget, make sure you're in the free Bad Yogi Club because there's going to be lots of things coming around the holidays this year, plus some cool stuff in January that I don't want you to miss out on. So go in the description, click the link there, sign up so that you never miss a beat. Thanks again for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time.